Hey YouTube, how's it going? Jaden the Celestial here again with another awesome Yu-Gi-Oh video. Today we are covering part 3 of my deck revealing videos. If you guys haven't seen parts 1 or 2, I will put the link in the description down below. And yeah, let's get started. Again, just to reiterate what's going on here for those who are new, I'm showing off my decks to everybody because I'm going to eventually down the road have a little thing where I call it dueling with myself, where it's because, it's basically just me having a duel with myself. And again, for those who don't know, I will keep it, unbiased. I do have a plan for it and everything, which I will explain in full once we get to that point. The main reason why I also do this is because, like I also say in my previous videos, I do have friends who play the game, but unfortunately, due to their own circumstances, they had to move very far away. So I'm left with all these cards and everything, and I like to play the game. I don't play by tournament rules, by the way, so you're gonna see cards in here that might be tournament banned or whatever. I don't care about that stuff. I'm just here to have fun, play the game, and just show them off. So yeah, that's basically the whole gist of it. As we saw in the last two videos, I covered my Warrior, Dragon, Machine, Thunder, Dino Rock, and Reptile decks. I made these decks based upon a story that I made inside my head. I haven't written it down or published anything. Basically, it starts off with the Warrior deck, where it's like a group of warrior nomads going out trying to make settlement in a land, and they come across a bunch of dragons where they have a war with them, so they make these machines to help fight the dragons, hence the warrior, dragon, and machine decks. As they go scouting out, they come across some of the local wildlife that's where the thunder and the dinosaur deck and the reptile decks, that's where those come in. It's just the warriors coming across some of the local wildlife. But here we finally see some actual build up to what's going on. I made these 3 decks is to help expand more of the story with what's going on with the warriors. So as you can see, I got Evil Hero, Spellcaster, and Hero decks here. We're going to start with the Spellcasters. The Spellcasters were supposed to be an extension of the Hero deck, where the magicians and spellcasters of their tribe, I guess you could say, were called upon to practice their magic in order to help make the warrior clan, I guess you could say, warrior clan stronger, so they could continue their fight against the dragons. So here we have all my magician cards. I'm going to have a lot more pendulum cards in here as well. And basically, yeah, that's basically, if anything, this deck here has helped me to learn how to use pendulum cards. I don't use them that much in my other decks, but in fact, they were kind of a tricky card for me to learn how to use. I'm still learning a few of the things with them, again, because I don't use them that much. But yeah, let me show you off what I got in here, okay? Here we go. Again, I'm not going to go over every single detail of these cards. I'm just showing them off, and if there's something special about them, I will talk about it. So yeah, we have Star Pendulum Graph, Performapal Odd Eyes Unicorn, Magical Hats, Performapal Smile Sorcerer, Performapal Hands Samuraiger, Bound Wand, Breaker the Magical Warrior, Performapal Sky Magician, Servant of Endymion, Spell Shield Type 8, Fissure, Magician's Right Hand, Magician of Faith, Mistrick Holder, Endymion, the Master Magician, nice card, Oath Dragon Magician, Odd Eyes Advent, Wonder Wand, Noble Dragon Magician, Magician's Robe, Fairy Tale Rella, Dark Magician. As you can see, that is the starter deck Yugioh Dark Magician. It does look a bit weathered a little bit, you know, but thankfully it does not have my initials written on it. Actually, I couldn't tell if I did pass them. For those who don't know, I was a stupid kid back in the day, and I would write my initials on some of my cards because I didn't want to lose them. Unfortunately, and for those who have seen the other previous videos, I did write my initials on some pretty nice cards. Again, I regret my actions for doing that. I am an older adult now. I'm 31 years old. I will never, ever, ever do that again. So rest assured, any of my new cards that I get, especially some really good ones, I will never, ever desecrate them with my initials. So anyway, moving on. And of course, Dark Magician Girl to follow up the Dark Magician, Magic Cylinder, Dark Magical Circle, Dragon Pulse Magician, Sorcerer of Dark Magic. This is the newer version of him. I do have the older version where the effect was changed. You know, this is the new one where it's changed from the old one. I guess the old one's effect, I don't know the full story of it. I just know that it couldn't work with the decks of today, basically. So yeah, I have this one now instead of the other one. I guess that was the movie version. I think that's what it was called, but yeah. Rising Energy, Premature Burial, Silent Magician, Berry Magician Girl, Manju of the 10,000 Hands, Litmus Doom Ritual, Trap Hole, Crusader of Endymion, Spellbinding Circle, Polymerization, Dark Magician of Chaos, Monster Reborn, Magical Citadel of Endymion. This is a really nice card. I like how it looks. Magical Undertaker, Magician's Left Hand, Swords of Revealing Light, Time Pendulum Graph, Illusion Magic, Needle Wall, Witchcrafter Shmieta, Purple Poison Magician, Spell Absorption, Fuse Line, another Dark Magician, Odd Eyes Gravity Dragon. This is a fun card to use. I like this one. Now, I have dragons in this deck because it's supposed to also simulate the fact that because this is an extension of the warrior deck who are at war with the dragons, this is to show progress that because they use spellcasters to help in their fight, some of the spellcasters have got some of the dragons to either be brainwashed or controlled to now fight for them. Nobleman of Crossout, Silent Magician, level 4, Black Fang Magician, Litmus Doom Swordsman. It's a pretty nice card too. I like his effect. His effect is something like he gains 3,000 attack and defense while a trap is on the field. That's pretty neat. Magician's Circle, 1,000 Knives, Silent Magician level 8. Pretty awesome card here. I have some cards that help get her out quickly. And Ga Shield. That goes for the main deck there. Let's go over the extra deck. Not that many cards. I know that there's like a 15 card limit for the extra deck. I'm still constantly trying to find more cards I can use to add and, you know, strengthen my decks and everything. But so far, this is what I got. So let's take a look what we got here. Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon. Very nice. Arcanite Magician. Naruto, the Moral Leader. Wee Witch's Apprentice. And that is my Spellcaster deck. Hope you guys like that. If you guys have any kind of questions or comments, tips, or tricks that might be used to help better these decks or strengthen them, please leave them down in the comments section below. Please also be respectful. I know some people are very proud of how their decks are, and I don't want people to be bashing my deck, saying like, oh, my deck is so much better than yours. Oh, my deck would freaking wipe the floor with yours. I don't want to hear that. I don't care about that. If you want to talk about what kind of cards you have in your Spellcaster deck, just for comparison, you know, that's fine. You know, I'd like to know what you guys have in your decks, what makes your deck strong and stuff, but don't go bragging about it. Don't go around saying like how awesome yours is and stuff like that. I don't care about that. You know, I'm just here to play the game and have fun. Anyway, moving on. So next we're going with the hero deck. I'm sure a lot of you guys realize there are a lot of different types of hero cards out there, and as you can see, I at the moment only have 2 decks that pertain to such cards. I know there's a lot more out there, and if anything, I would probably like to make another one. I don't know, we'll see. I just got to get the right cards for it and everything. But until then, this is what I got. So the story behind the hero deck is that the hero deck is supposed to be, again, another extension of the warrior deck. Its story is that when the spellcasters got involved, they now, instead of using not just their powers to fight and fend off the dragons, but they also use them to strengthen the warriors, turning them into heroes, giving them superpowers and whatnot to also help fight against the calamity that is the dragons that have constantly attacked them. So this is their result. Excuse me. I really like this deck. It's a really fun deck to use. A lot of nice combos can be used from it. I'm sure you guys will figure that out when I go through it. So here we go. Starting off with Vision Hero Minimum Ray, My Body as a Shield, Supply Squad, Elemental Hero Neo, so I'm sure you guys were just waiting to see him show up. Elemental Hero Stratus, Reinforcement of the Army's Troops, Neo's Fusion, Driving Snow, and there's one card with my initials on it. Vision Hero Poisoner, Vision Hero Minimum Ray again, Miracle Contact, Neospatian Glow Moss, Apparition, Vision Hero Multiply Guy, Rocket Hand, Miracle Fusion, Neospatian Air Hummingbird, Neo's Fusion, Generation Next, Neospatian Aqua Dolphin, Vision Hero, I don't know if that's Vion or Vion or Vion. Forgive me if I mispronounce certain cards' names, you know. And I'm sure all you Yu-Gi-Oh fans out there know how crazy the names can be. Vision Hero Gravito, Hero Signal, Shiny Black Sea Squatter, E Emergency Call, Paleozoic Olenoides, Guardian of Order, Unwavering Bond, Vision Hero Minimum Ray again, Vision Release, Neospace Connector, Vision Hero Multiply Guy again, Vision Hero Poisoner again, Vision Release, Magistry Alchemist, Vision Hero Poisoner again for the 3rd time, Skyscraper, Vision Hero Witch Raider, Swift Scarecrow, Vision Hero Gravito again, Elemental Hero Solid Soldier, Vision Hero Witch Raider again, Vision Hero Multiply Guy, Monster Reborn, Vision Fusion, Miracle Fusion, Neospatian Flare Scarab. Next, Noblemen of Extermination, Metamorph, Neos Fusion, Elemental Hero Neos again. I have 2 of them in this deck. Sorry, just gotta straighten that out. Vision Release again, Polymerization again, Apparition, Neospatian Dark Panther, Neospace, Vision Hero Gravitos, Gift of the Mystical Elf, and Neospatian Grand Mole. I know there are a lot of different Neos and Elemental Heroes that I'm probably missing. I probably will find a way to get them into this deck. But as you guys could see, I have a lot of cards that promote fusion summons. That's because I know, again, for those who don't know, I'm sure a lot of you guys are very smart and understand that there are actually a lot of nice fusion cards out there that pertain to the Elemental Heroes, the Neos Heroes, all that stuff, Neospatian monsters. I do have quite a few in here, so you'll see that because of how many fusion cards I have in here, I do very regularly, when I use this deck, fusion summon cards. So here we go, let me show them off to you. Elemental Hero Cosmo Neos, Elemental Hero Nebula Neos, Vision Hero Adoration, Elemental Hero The Shining, Vision Hero Trinity, Elemental Hero Absolute Zero, Elemental Hero Brave Neos, I use him a lot. Elemental Hero Neos Knight, I use him a lot too. These two are basically like the most easiest to fusion summon. I like them, they're pretty fun to use. Arcana Extra Joker. And that goes for the extra deck, the main deck. Again, if you guys have any kind of tips or tricks or any type of advice that would be helpful and very nice advice, go ahead and leave a comment. I'd like to hear it. Tell me if you have your own hero deck. Tell me what kind of cards you have in yours, you know? What makes them work for you? That'd be really fun to know. I'd like to see that. And finally, on to our final deck, Evil Hero deck, which I'm sure you guys know, obviously Evil Hero. However, I also have a secondary archetype in here. I can't remember the actual name of those cards. I think they're called like Demon Guide cards or something like that. They kind of are like the evil version of the Egyptian god cards. I can't remember their names specifically because it's like such long names. But yeah, I have all three of them in here. Now, I know one of my main rules in my deck playing is no god cards allowed. That's why I don't have, for those who have seen my Instagram, which I will post a link to my Instagram as well, I do have an Exodia set, but I do not play with it. It's just for sentimental value, really. And I also have a Winged Dragon of Ra card, one of the OG cards where it's all yellow. It doesn't have the effect on it or anything. It's just a display card, really. I don't use those cards in my decks because I think it would just be way too easy to win. And yeah. These cards at least provide some kind of a challenge to the game, so yeah. So let's go ahead and get these going and I'll show them off to you. Extra deck. My main deck right here. Alrighty then. Let's get to it, shall we? So yeah, you're gonna see not just Evil Hero cards, I also have Destiny Hero cards in here, as well as a few Fiend monsters to help get the whole thing going. Oh yeah, and the story, I'm sorry, I forgot to say the story. The story behind these guys are, well, as any kind of evil hero would probably get to being, as they are, they dabble in their magic or their powers way too much, and they ask for too much, and in turn they become corrupted by their own power. And thus they seek their own, their own personal needs, and, it causes them to become, be at ends with the hero characters. So, whereas the hero and spellcasters are allies to the warriors, the evil heroes are, well, they're going to be allying with another deck that's going to be shown in a later episode. Probably not the next one, probably the final episode, and you'll see. Which they turn out to be kind of like the main villains, not just the dragons, but there's another antagonist out there, and these guys were like the first sign of that antagonist. So let's see what we got here. So we got Zoma the Spirit, Dark Spirit of Banishment, Evil Hero Sinister Necron, Evil Swarm O Lantern, Juragito, I don't know, I guess that's how it is, Juragito, Dark Energy, Destiny Hero Celestial, Mound of the Bound Creator, Mystic Plasma Zone, Destiny Hero Plasma, Awakening of the Sacred Beast. There's our first look into those, and I can already see Haman out as the next one, so yeah. Haman, Lord of Striking Thunder, the first of the 3 Demon God cards. I guess that's what they're called. Pretty strong card and everything. When I've used this deck in my dueling sessions with myself, I was actually surprised at how not as powerful as this deck would have to be with these cards in them. I guess, again, there's a challenge to it. I put a challenge in my deck to get them out, which I'm sure some of you are saying, it's not supposed to be a challenge, you're supposed to get them out there as quickly as possible. I get it. But I like to have a little bit of fun with my decks, you know? So, here we go. Moving on. Fusion Destiny, Hyper Blaze, Dark Beckoning Beast, Chaos Summoning Beast, Destiny Hero Celestial, Field Barrier, Evil Hero Malicious Edge, Black Pendant, Chaos Core, Call of the Archfiend, Evil Hero Infernal Gainer, Fuma Wave, Imperial Custom, Vision Fusion, Armed Ninja, Raviel, Lord of Phantasms, another one of the Demon God cards, Swords of Concealing Light, Destiny Hero Defender, Dark Spirit of Malice, Raviel, Lord of Phantasms, Shimmering Scraper. This is like that one Ancient Golem card where it's Ancient Golem, it's the same card, only it's like supposed to be about them performing a type of attack. So yeah, it can still be, it's like the same monster, but again, like I said, they're performing an attack. So that's pretty interesting that they would make cards like this, you know. But yeah, moving on. Zoma the Spirit, Over Destiny, Opening of the Spirit Gates, Fusion Destiny, Destiny Hero Celestial, Fallen Paradise, Phantasmal Martyrs, Escape from the Dark Dimension, Destiny Hero Decider, Dark Fusion, Grave Squirmer, A Wild Monster Appears, Dark Summoning Beast, Evil Hero Sinister Necron with the red text, Trap Master, Terraforming, Magical Space Typhoon, Dimension Fusion Destruction. I'm sure, I think that's to help us get the fusion of the 3 Demon God cards together. Dark Fusion again. Uria, Lord of Searing Flames, the 3rd and final Demon God card. I guess supposed to look like Slifer. Evil Hero Sinister Necron with the blue text. Armory Call, Evil Mind, Chaos Hunter, Destiny Hero Diamond Dude, Evil Hero Infernal Gainer, Amano Iwato. I basically only have this card in here because I have a fusion hero monster in my extra deck that requires at least 1 rock monster. If you guys know what it is, awesome. If you don't, you'll see here in a second what it is. So this was basically the best rock monster I could provide for this deck. So To me, this is the best option I can use to make that fusion work. I probably should have added another rock in here to make it work, but we'll see. Like I said before, these decks they're still in a work in progress, kinda, sorta, but I'll always make edits to them if I get better cards. We'll see how things go. And finally, Cerulean Skyfire. And that goes for the main deck there. Hope you guys like that. Again, if you have the same cards and you use them differently, go ahead and tell me in the comments below. Let me see what your strategies are. I'd like to know that. What your thoughts are and everything. So, yeah. Let's get on to the extra deck. And of course, Armityle the Chaos Phantasm. The fusion between the 3 god cards. Of course, this was going to be there. I mean, I'm sure you guys can already tell by the code numbers there. A lot of these cards I got from that structure deck. And that structure deck was the base for this deck. Most of my decks, I didn't use a structure deck to make. I just got a bunch of cards together and figured out how they would work, and bing, bang, boom, there you go. But for this deck and another deck I have over there, I actually used a structure deck for the base, and then just added other cards to them to see how they would work. I think that would basically be kind of the best way to do it in my case, but if you guys can make your own decks out of just random cards and all that, and it works, awesome. That's actually really fun to do. As you can see, that's why I have most of my decks are made from just random cards like that. So yeah, let's get on with what we're going. Let's move on. Phantasm Emperor Trilogig. Evil Hero Malicious Fiend, Evil Hero Malicious Bane with the blue text, Destiny Hero Dominance, Destiny Hero Dangerous, Evil Hero Dark Gaia, that's the one that requires the rock monster, and Extra Hero Cross Crusader. I try to get at least one Link monster in all of my decks, just so that they can help provide an extra space to summon something from the extra deck, because I know that's how the ruling is for it. So yeah, if you guys have any tips on that, please do share them. I'd love to hear that. I love extra deck cards, and I'd like to get more of them out there as best as I can, but I also want to give the other cards in the deck a chance as well. But yeah, that concludes the 3 decks for this session. If you guys have any kind of thoughts or tips, again, anything you want to share about all this, go right ahead. Again, don't be rude. Don't talk about how awesome and cool your deck is rather than mine. I don't want to hear that. Just say, what y'all used, what y'all like, what y'all dislike about the decks, about certain cards and how they're used. Yeah, just be fun with it, share your thoughts, be respectful, and let's have fun with it. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will get part 4 out as soon as I can. I will leave a preview of it on my Instagram. Again, the link will be in the description, as will the other parts 1 and 2 for that. Have a wonderful day, guys. Keep having a wonderful day. Have a wonderful day, night, afternoon, evening, morning, whatever it is at your time. And stay awesome, stay cool, stay strong, and have a wonderful day. See you later.